We're going to start with Andy Baker from Gobles, Michigan. And he and his wife drove down here. This is not his first visit. He was here in 2017 as a New Folk finalist. And he liked it so much, he kept trying, and now he is a winner. So we're happy about that. Andy's day job is his family. Also, he's been a veterinarian for 30-something years, but his passion is songwriting. He's got 4 albums to prove it. He's got his new one. It's called North Country Sky. That's up there at the merch tent, right? Okay. And all I can say is we're so lucky that he's got chosen because you're going to love him. Please welcome Andy Baker.
Well, half my beard is turned to gray. Oh, half my years have flown away. But I don't look back on where I've been. Oh, I'm chasing down my second wind. Oh, that's your part. Oh, the sun is rising through the trees. And I'm stepping lightly on my feet. Got a cup of joe dripping down my chin. Oh, I'm chasing down my second wind. Here we go. Oh, nice. Oh, it's a kind of breeze that blows without a sound. Oh, it'll lift you off the ground. Oh, chasing down my second wind. Got a bunch of stuff on my bucket list, and an open road that I can't resist. And I finally let myself begin. Oh, I'm chasing down my second wind. Come on with me. Oh, 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 it's a kind of breeze that blows without a sound. Oh, it'll lift you off the ground. Oh, chasing down my second wind. So when your hair starts turning gray, oh, don't think your life has flown away. The best of days come round again. Oh, once you catch that second wind. Oh, once you catch that second wind. Last time. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, we're gonna get along just fine. Oh, I've been so looking forward to this. So I'm a big podcast listener, and I was listening to a podcast about skywriters. So these are the guys who go up in the sky with the airplanes, and they write the words across the sky. And the interviewer was asking, what do you ask to write? Of course, marry me, very common, but also, I'm sorry. And so the interviewer asks, like, does it ever work? And the pilot's like, I have no idea. No one ever comes back and tells me. I'm an old Navy pilot and a writer in the sky. If there's something big you need to say, well, I might be your guy. A man runs to my hangar, says his name is Dave, and he's got an urgent job for me as I'm putting up my plane. Says, can you write I'm sorry? So big that she'll believe. And can you do it all before the 6 o'clock train leaves? Well, I saw his desperation in the tear stains on his face, and I didn't have the heart to say, well, it's probably too late. So I jumped back in my aeroplane and I took off straight and high. For if one thing life has taught me, love is always worth a try. This will be your part. Well, I swoop into my pattern, and there's not a cloud in sight. It's a fine day for flying as the white smoke trails behind. The letter S is tricky. It's a curve that goes both ways. At the beginning of the hottest words you'll ever have to say. And I think about his woman with a teardrop in her eye. She's walking toward the station. Will she look up at the sky? Will she see these words I'm tracing? Will she know that they're from Dave? Will she pause and change direction? Or will she step up on that train? Here we go. A man walks to my hangar, says his name is Dave, and asks if I remember him 5 years ago today. And he smiles and shows a picture of his wife and family, shakes my hand and thanks me for the words that changed everything. Well, I'm an old Navy pilot and a writer in the sky. If there's something big you need to say, well, I might be your guy. Wasn't Tom amazing? I'm like, I gotta follow that guy. Sitting with my coffee, trouble on my mind, oh, quarantined and shut in, running out of dimes in this broken record newsfeed of anxiety and fear. Offers little reassurance that we will persevere. My cup sits on a table that my great-granddaddy made, of hand-carved solid cherry, 1858, and it holds 9 generations. Struggles, pain, and truth, every crack and dent a story laid deep into the wood. Oh, la, 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 la. Winter 1918, the flu came like a storm. Aunts and uncles huddled closely, just trying to keep warm, and they laid their fevered babies on this table and they prayed that they'd make it through the dark night to see the light of day. Uncle Bobby sat here shaking back in 1943. He ate one last stack of pancakes and they shipped him overseas. And it was barely 6 weeks later, Grandma heard the doorbell ring, and she knew before she opened it the news that they would bring. Oh, la, 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 la. Dust bowls and depressions, Pearl Harbor, 9/11. Humanity has always had its fight. Somehow we always seem to make it through the night. Someday they'll tell the story about the 2020 plague, when the world ground down to silence, laid 1 million in their graves, and they'll sit around this table with their troubles that they face, and they'll carve their mark like we did, deep into the grain. You're so kind. I know a lot of us wrote COVID songs. And I wrote a few that, in the first week or two, and I thought, well, it'll be 6 weeks, and this will be cute. We'll remember it a few years later, and little did we know. We lost my wife's parents last December, Roger and Jackie, not to COVID, but a long life well lived. They were married 70 years, and quite a thing to celebrate. Yeah, well done. And they had a cool meeting story. Roger was a Korean War vet, and he was on leave in December in Michigan, where I'm from, and he was walking to a dance hall. That was a thing in those days, and he was going to meet up with some friends. Well, he gets lost. So in the distance, he sees this other light from another dance hall, and so he goes there to ask directions, and he sees Jackie, and he never leaves that dance hall. And they love to dance, and so the song's called Dance With Me. Was walking in the moonlight, December 49, heading to a dance hall to meet some friends of mine. And I stepped up to the front door and paused to hear the music in the air. As I was reaching for the handle, the door flew open wide, and there you were before me, like an angel in the light. I must have stuttered something as I fell into the deep blue of your eyes. You said, "Don't just stand there, soldier," as you pulled me from the cold. Said, "I'll take your army jacket, there's punch there in the bowl." I said, "I've only got one question. Will you dance with me?" We danced to every polka, every waltz and promenade. We danced until the band put all their instruments away. I learned your name was Jackie, and there'd never be another on my heart. And we danced again the next night, and the next night after that. And I knew with every step we took there'd be no turning back. We danced into the chapel, lit our candles, said our vows, and made our way. And we danced through wars and fire. We danced through poverty, and we danced through 7 children, blisters on our hands and feet. And we danced this life together. Well, everyone who takes the floor knows the dance will end. And it came in cold December when you let go of my hand. Now my dancing days are over as I sit and watch the snowfall coming down. But lately I've been dreaming from this bed here where I lay, that I'm back outside that dance hall as a polka starts to play. I step up to the front door and pause to hear the music in the air. As I'm reaching for the handle, the door flies open wide, and there you are before me, like an angel in the light. And you say, baby, I've been waiting here for you. Come dance with me. Thank you. I think that's sweat in my eye, but I'm not 100% sure. After that song, still a little raw. I just want to thank you, Kerrville. It's no understatement that this place has changed my life. And yeah, please. I was a finalist here in 2017, and then virtually came back. But oh boy, that 2017 year, a lot of things happened, and I just want to thank Mary Muse, who's out there somewhere, and the directors. Deb and Lindsay and Tom Prasada Rao. If you're still out there. I will never forget the moment that you spoke my name. Thank you. He was the judge, and just in case that. Yeah. So this was my 2017 submission. It's called One Fine Day. Thanks for listening. To begin, you will travel far, past the northern star, to a galaxy that you have never known. And you will enter through a mother's womb, on a planet blue, in a body made of flesh and blood and bone. And one fine day, you will be born. And one fine day, you'll be coming home. As a child, you'll learn gravity, a brand new way to see. You will crawl and then you walk and then you run. And every step is uniquely yours. You choose a path you forge. Your destiny is weaving through your hands. And one fine day, you will be born. And one fine day, you'll be coming love, you will dream, you will dance, and you will sing, and you will touch, you will feel, you will comfort, you will heal, and you will venture, you will share, you will question, you will dare, and you will curse, you will scream, you will suffer, you will bleed, and you will bend, and you will break, you will lie, and you'll forsake, and you will stumble, you will fall. Through the darkness you will crawl, but don't give up, don't give in, for the sun will rise again, and you will learn from your mistakes, and you will love with deeper grace, and through this circle you will grow. Many times you'll feel alone, but this I promise, do not fear, for I am with you. I am here. And then one day you will travel back with your final breath through an open door of warm and brilliant light, and you will carry all you learned of life, all your joy and strife, and we will celebrate the journey of your soul. And one fine day you will be born, and one fine day you'll be coming home, and one fine day you will be born, and one fine day. Thank you, Kerrville. Thank you so much.
Andy Baker.